That's worship. My friend, worship in the Bible is not that. Worship in the Bible requires, not optional, requires a priest, an altar, a sacrifice. Anything other than that is literally not worship. That's biblical. It's throughout the Old Testament. We see it in the New Testament. So you can believe whatever you want to believe, but what I'm telling you is, as Catholics, worship is something very, very specific, and saying a Hail Mary doesn't count. Saying an Our Father doesn't count as worship. Secondly, idols in general. You probably can't see it, it's out of frame. I have a statue here of St. Francis of Assisi, and I have an icon of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And then over there, oh, Protestants, you'd have a heart attack if you saw that side of my, what I call my temple. You'd have a heart attack. There's a huge statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary with a candle next to it. Oh, my God. And statue of St. Joseph there. I have statues on this shelf here. You'd lose your mind. And you know what? None of that is idol worship. None of that is graven images, because graven images are made a specific way. They're not statues. A graven image, from God's perspective, is made a specific way for a specific purpose, worship. But I can't worship a statue. First of all, it's not a graven image, it's a statue. And I couldn't worship it because I'm not a priest, I do not have an altar, and I have no sacrifice. These are not idols. You know why Catholics have statues and iconography? Because it focuses our mind, it does focus our mind on the saint, but not as the final product. For instance, when I look at a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary, I am seeing the Blessed Virgin Mary, but I am glorifying God by saying, in general terms, my God, look what you have made. Look what you have made in the Blessed Virgin Mary. My God, look what you have done in coming to us through the Holy Virgin Mary. My God, look what you have done in this amazing, amazing man, St. Joseph, who was so righteous and so holy that only he qualified to be the foster father of your divine Son on earth. Only he alone, nobody else would have qualified. Man, St. Joseph, you must be amazing. St. Joseph, as amazing as you are, can you do me a favor? Put in a good word for me with Jesus. Jesus hears my prayers and everything, but I want you to also put in a good word for me, because you are so holy that you merit more than I do, because the prayers of the righteous availeth much with God. So I'm going to pray to Jesus, but I want you to also pray to Jesus for me. Ask him, nudge him if you can, to pay a little more attention to some of my intentions. That's all that is. The object of my prayer through the saints is not the saint. It is God. You can say I'm down with it or I still don't like it. That's fine. I'm not trying to turn you into a Catholic. What I'm saying is what I just described is what Catholic devotion is. And my friends, no matter which way you slice it, that means it is not an idol, because I'm not glorifying it as a divinity, the saint or the statue. It is not, by definition, it is not an idol. So stop. And by definition, it is not worship. So knock it off. And so when a Catholic tells you that going forward, from this point forward, when a Catholic says we don't worship idols, stop. The conversation's over, because you don't know his faith or her faith better than they do. And I've just told you the score. You can like it or not like it, fine. But stop calling it what it isn't. Because at this point, you are guilty of the sin of lies. And by continuing to press that, you are guilty of the sin of scandal by telling a Catholic, yes, you do worship idols, when I've just made clear to you that we do not.